Hello, good people, good people. It's a nice moment. Nice moment. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I go by the name Kami Sis TV at Kami the Village Sis TV. It's early morning where I am. Wherever you are, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. That you're watching this amazing moment. There I am. I have some nice good news that I have to inform you. You know, you know, say back. Let me inform you that I'm not a reactor. I'm not a reactor. I told you that I'll never be a reactor, but informing you facts. You know, people tell others that they are reactors. Not reacting, not reacting. Those reactors, they are not reacting. They are only informing people facts. So when you try to inform people facts, so they just feel that you are a reactor. You are not reacting on their side. You are only rectifying them. That is what is making me to wonder people how are taking people as reactors. Not reactor. They're not reactors, but only amazing. It is it's making me something me have good. No, some of the terminology that people are using are not on my side. You know, there are things that people do they behave badly, they behave in a situation that is not our custom. So when we try to rectify them, so they tell people that we are reactor. Reactor, what does it mean by reacting? Huh? That's not reacting. It's only that, we are only telling people fact. And when we tell people fact, they just feel that we are opposing them, we are doing this, we are negative on their side. Huh? We are not negative on their side. It's only that they are doing things bad. Let me go to the point. There is this guy who is the dancing grandma. This guy who was the dancing grandma, you know him. He's calling himself Junior. I don't know how Junior he is. Huh? This guy who has a voice like a soprano is like a lady guy. Yeah, this guy, this guy, he has been always messing people. This thing is touchy. It is touchy on my side. Now, he has now been messing with people's family. People's family. On the first time when he arrives in this village, he took Matiko's wife away. Yeah, you know that. After that, he went on. You can see it's breeze there. Now, he went so far, he took Moremi's wife away. Hmm? Thereafter, he went in that Kiburanga's village. He took somebody's wife away. that is Gisiri. Now, just imagine, they are now, they don't have wife. They don't have wife. That's why I'm feeling it's painful. Yeah? Huh? They were married. They were staying together. They were staying together. They are very much comfortable. But now you can see he is disuniting. He's making the families not to have. He's making people's family not to have that comfort. Instead of uniting people, now he's making people not uniting. Okay, come back to this village back in Nyamwini. He has gone far away, taking the dancing grandma's husband away. He has taken the dancing grandma. Now the dancing grandma's husband is in TZ. Now the dancing grandma is, she's my auntie. She's always crying, saying, where should I get Mwita? How do I get Mwita back? How do I get Mwita back? Huh? And now Mwita is not in a comfort place. He's not comfortable. Where he is, he's not comfortable. By the way, Mwita is not comfortable. Let me inform you that Mwita is not comfortable. Mwita is now crying. Mwita now, even now, he's even feeling that he can sell goat. His goat that he left in Kenya, here in Nyamwini, so that he can be sent some of the money, so that he can buy medicine. Yeah, just imagine. Now Mwita is not comfortable. Just imagine that guy, that same guy. He's the one. Now, you see the other day the way he was confronting the Brian Faber. Yeah, you see, he's not a man to be. He's not a boy. He's not a boy. He's not someone who can think that people are there. They can be on a safe side. This boy, I don't know, who can we send so that can rectify this boy, so that he can raise himself in the position whereby he can know that people are there to be. You know, when you have money when you are too young, they were raised in a situation. They were raised. In fact, I can recall when I was in when they came in this village of Nyabwansi. When they came into Nyabwansi, in fact, they had nothing. They had nothing. They were renting. They had nothing. So this boy is now raising, having money, that much money. Now he's feeling that he's now rich. He's now rich. He has that money. He has that mandate. Even to provoke people. He just feel that he can provoke everyone that is in this community. Yeah. So I just wonder, who is he? How much elder he is? When you just see how young he is. I just recall the way they came when I was in Nyabwansi. They were that minute. They are family. I know them. So they can't even relate. I can't relate them to a situation, in a situation that they were. And the way now he's boosting himself, telling us that he's now He's now he's now making himself in a situation that he feel he's so powerful. He's so he called for us. He tell us that he can arrest us. He have that mandate. He can call the police. He can call all the policemen. Now he own the police. He's like now he have a situation that he say that now he's now the president of this country. Hmm? You know, this is a situation that I always wonder how people grow up and they behave as if they are now that powerful. Hmm? Not that you are powerful. We are, me, I grew up. I always appreciate my parent. I appreciate my parent because I grew up listening to everyone, even if a kid come to me and tell me, Mkami, you're messing. Mkami, you're messing. I listen. Why am I messing? Why am I messing? So I'll rectify immediately so that I don't mess. I don't want to be in a mess. I don't want to be a mess. I don't want to be in a mess. Wherever that I mess, let me rectify before I'm being rectified with the kids. Because I'm growing. Yeah? I'm growing to be in a situation whereby I have to rectify my kids to be in a situation that I was brought up. Yeah. So the situation that I was brought up, I love it because I've never messed with anyone up to this moment that I am. I'm 40 something years. But this kid, I know he's maybe in 30s. Huh? But now, wherever that you can rectify him, he try to say we are reactors. We are not reactors. Let me come back in a situation whereby when I tried to be in this YouTube platform, not only that I wanted to be in this YouTube platform to rectify people, but only to inform people what is happening, really happening. Imaro has no problem with people. Imaro, even when he do some of the things, he's reasonable. He's reasonable. He's reasonable. He's really reasonable. He's really reasonable, not like this useless boy. This useless boy, I call him useless because he doesn't reason. He doesn't want even to be rectified. Let me inform him that he have to be rectified. Even he don't even listen even to his dad. That's why the other time he called Imaro and they fought the parent. Hey, for you to fight a parent, it's very bad. It's very bad to fight a parent. Just imagine fighting a parent. Me, I just saw it as awkward. It's better what you have done to me, I'll run. If you're my parent and I've seen something that something You know, it's him who called his his brother Aimaro. He called Aimaro so that they can have that support. Hey. Wow. Me, my friend, I'm telling you, I can't fight my parent. I can't do that. I can't. A parent, respect your parent. Respect your parent. Even if you have that much money, you even raise your mouth telling that you will take your parent back to Kisiland. And he's the one who brought you here in Korea. He's the one who brought you in Korea. Now you're telling him that you'll take him to Kisi. How silly are you? You know, maybe in Kisi there was problem. There were a problem maybe there. That's why he brought you here. So you are in Canaan. You know, you are in Canaan. In Korea, you are in Canaan, my friend. Yeah? You're in Canaan. But now, you are telling your parent that you will take him back to Kisi, whereby he has just managed to make sure that you're in Canaan now. You're in Canaan. In Korea, in Canaan. That's why you can move and boost and even abuse other people the way you feel like. Huh? But now your days are numbered. We are on toes, but not that I'm giving you hard time. Is only change. Change. If you change, you'll stay with these people. You'll stay with them. You'll stay with everyone in comfortable, very comfortable. You'll stay with them comfortably. If you change and behave. But if you don't change and you think that you are chummed, this cash, that you have those cash. You know, the other day I told you, this cash, they're like dew arise in the morning. Dew is there when sunrise, and it gains around, and when it comes too hot, that dew disappear. That's how money disappear too, man. How many people have we seen in this country having much money, having lots of money, lots of cash? They are chummed, eh? They have that money. But just imagine, at the end of the day, the money is off. The money, they don't know even where the money is. Yeah? You just find the money is off. What? Where is the money going? Yeah? Just if you find yourself. Yeah? Yeah? So, behave. Me, I'm not a reactor. He's only rectifying people. Rectifying people. I'm not a reactor, but rectifying people. Let me inform you. Only rectifying people. You know, there are things that we have to tell one another. This platform. This is where we can meet. We can negotiate. We have that mandate. We have that mandate in this platform so that we can reality, tell people facts. We don't fear. We don't fear one another because me, I call all the YouTuber as brothers. As brothers, we are brothers. All the YouTubers, we should be brothers. Should not hate one another. But where you mess, there we are. When you mess, there you are. Let me tell you, it's like we are in the office and you mess. Why don't I rectify? Why am I not concerned? I've been concerned because you're messing. And when you mess, I'll tell you, uh, there, I'll tell you that you're messing. Yeah? I'll inform you that you're messing. Hmm? Not only that you're messing, but I'll inform you that you're messing. So, you won't take me. You know, you always run to police, calling police, 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 police. You know, there, we are men. We are there. You know, you know, there is a time that you told me that you can use 1 million to make me vacate this village. So I just wonder, that money that you're using to make me vacate this village, eh? I'm wondering, how much are you chummed so that you're so chummed you have that much money? Hmm? So you're the one, you are abductor. You are the abductor. You abduct people from this village. So these people who we don't see in this country, you're the one, you're in that group, huh? So the government has to know that when I'll be missing, but in good situation, I've informed the whole family and the whole village. Just know that anything that will happen to me, it's you. Anything that will happen to me, it's you. So don't worry, I'm in this country. I'm in this village. My plot, I'm not selling my plot. Even though that you bought the grave, you bought the grave where my grandparents, you know that you bought graves where my cousin is lying and where my grandparents are lying. Both of them. My grandparents, you bought that land, you bought the other side. So please, let me see what you're going to do. I don't know whether you take them out of that grave and go and store them in your place. I don't know. Keep tuned. I'll be informing you much more about this village. I'm bitter. I'm really bitter about this boy, the behavior. I'm really bitter. Keep tuned. Watch me the next video.